They show knows.
Ryan Mulroney proposed the free trade agreement between Canada and the United States, which eliminated tariffs on most goods and services. It later
Je vais être spectateur, je vais rester chez nous, c'est décidé.
Les autres seraient trop contents. Tu sais, t'as été une idole parce que t'as gagné.
And help again. Feel the difference with Nervive. 100 years. It's a story.
And finance select road models for 0%.
Be able to tie the knot in relative peace.
Erin, one thing's for sure is the couple will be celebrating.
It's the grandest of DC Studios. Season 1 of Peacemaker starts tomorrow at 10 on TNT. Next.
Great Movies presents Peter Falk as Lieutenant Columbo.
All 6 weapons at each vent at Fordo.
I think if you have to ask, you have your answer.
Right.
Been decided that he's going to be transitioning out of trauma OR and no longer connected to the emergency.
But let's get this thing rocking with a superstar duo that has won 19 CMA awards. That's a lot.
Bit.
Up top.
But now I don't wanna.
I mean, you can't because it's canceled?
Right, but still, not gonna do it.
You know what? You guys should ask your dad to have a talent show at his restaurant, like an open mic.
Does that work?
It's not going to turn. We've got nothing at the moment. Nope. In terms of aesthetics, that put a spanner.
Wife, and not just wives, moms, daughters. We want them all.
Just tell the broker we need 2 bathrooms because you and Amira refused.
Tell your wife, McAllister.
We now offer 6 different layers on our map, such as radar, temperature, and highway conditions. Try them out today.
Cooling off New York style. But first, severe storms swept across France Wednesday, killing at least 2 people and damaging parts of Paris. Winds reached 110 kilometers per hour at the Eiffel Tower, with heavy rain, hail, and flash flooding reported. Across France, 57 orange weather alerts remained in place for Thursday. Tornadoes tore through southern Minnesota on Wednesday, with dramatic footage capturing one funnel cloud near Heartland as it appeared to strike the town. Storm chasers looked on in disbelief as powerful winds carved across the landscape. And record-breaking heat had New Yorkers running for relief Tuesday, with fire hydrants turned into makeshift fountains in Washington Heights. Temperatures hit 39 degrees Celsius at JFK Airport. In North Carolina, they did the same to beat the heat. The skies over Saskatchewan on Wednesday night were looking a little ominous, to say the least. This is the reason why we had tornado warnings on Wednesday. We've had tornado warnings seemingly daily. We've had them again on Thursday, and yeah, there's just a lot of volatile weather. This is typically the time of year when we get severe thunderstorms, and certainly you could always have a tornado in that case. We do have active weather in Ontario as well. This time on Friday, could be some widespread severe weather because of this area of low pressure. And the prairies, you're not out of it yet. So the trough keeps on moving east, the same one responsible for triggering the storms on Thursday, right into Friday. Southern Manitoba, you're likely going to see a storm or two, so just keep that in mind. On the west coast, not so much thunderstorm activity, but it hasn't been exactly summery. We've had showers widespread both on the coast and popping up through the interior of BC as well. It's going to be wet for the next couple of days before a change in the weather pattern. It's not only been wet, but it's been cool as well. Temperatures have been well below normal. Here's the risk for thunderstorms from northern BC all the way stretched east into Manitoba, and it's hard to miss that red blob, just hugging that Saskatchewan-Manitoba border, including the city of Brandon, where we are most likely to see that severe weather. But as you can see, almost no one is immune, but we expect the worst of it to be right here. Now, not guaranteed a tornado, certainly, but expect that large hail, the heavy downpours, and those very strong winds. Could see winds gusting over 100 kilometers per hour. That seems to be the trend this week. A lot of moisture in the atmosphere. That is one of the many ingredients when we talk about severe weather. And again, here's a close look at what's going on. There's the showers, thunderstorms, and then things really start to get ramped up by Friday evening. So the first part of the day should be fairly calm in comparison. But as we get that daytime heating, the sun warms things up, that's when we can start to see the thunderstorms popping off. Temperatures mid-20s for Saskatchewan, Manitoba, high teens in parts of Alberta, so a little bit cooler there. And again, for BC, I mentioned that things are going to be improving. Look at this sunshine Sunday and Monday. In Ontario, though, again, potential for severe weather on Friday in cottage country, where everyone's likely traveling to. Your local details are
Did you change your cell phone? Make sure to download the Weather Network app. Get everything you need to better plan your day or weekend.
Stay with us. Here's what's coming up this hour. Heat wave? No problem. In tonight's Force of Nature, several USA cities open up fire hydrants to combat the extreme heat. And at 13:43 past the hour, meteorologist Amandeep Purewal will bring you your detailed regional forecast. After that, we will show you how Canadians can enjoy free or discounted admission as they make Canada their travel destination this summer.
Wow, that wind just went. Then there goes my umbrella.
And coming up later on Force of Nature Rewind, we take a look at some of the best Force of Nature footage from the previous week. All of this and more right here on the Weather Network.
"100 years. It's a story written by Canadians. And at the 100 Years in Canada event, we're honoring our deep roots with employee pricing on most Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models. You pay what we pay with up to $11,800 in total incentives on the 2025 Ram 1500. And you can also get employee pricing on the 2025 Chrysler Pacifica, assembled by Canadians for Canadian families. Because for 100 years, you didn't just ride along, you drove us.
Because sometimes we feel guilty. Give more love than humanly possible when you feed a Hill's scientifically proven formula. Because you're only human. There's hills.
In Mi'kmaq culture, sunrise ceremonies are a perfect time to track the sun's movement across the horizon throughout the year. In Atlantic Canada, the sun rises a little more to the northeast each day between late December and late June.
100 years. It's a story written by Canadians. And at the 100 Years in Canada event, we're honoring our deep roots with employee pricing on most Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models. You pay what we pay with up to $8,500 in total incentives for the 2025 Jeep Wrangler. And you can also get employee pricing on the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee, Canada's most awarded SUV ever. Because for 100 years, you didn't just ride along, you drove us.
Get this. Yesterday, I sprained my wrist opening a jar of pickles.
Oh, come on, that's nothing. I sneezed too hard and threw my back out.
I've been there, done that. My back goes out more than I do.
I pulled a hamstring walking the dog.
Aging doesn't have to be rough. With Green Shield, you get health coverage and care. That means thousands of registered health professionals in one place. So call 1-833-377-7077 or go to getgreenshield.ca for coverage that puts you first.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area.
Les opinions exprimées dans l'émission suivante ne reflètent pas TV de ses commanditaires.
National parks, galleries, and museums, and free Via Rail tickets when traveling with a parent. 18 to 24-year-olds will also see steep discounts. And camping at national parks will be more affordable, with fees reduced. The federal government wants Canadians to spend their money at home. From BC to Newfoundland, Yukon to southern Ontario, there is no shortage of wilderness and weather to explore in the Great White North.
There is so much turmoil in the world right now, and Canadians are feeling this resurgence of national pride. So what a great opportunity to get out and explore all the jewels that we have in this country.
The Canada Strong Pass will be available starting in June, with the hope that provincial parks will also jump on board. For families looking to make the most of summer in Canada without the extra cost, this could be the ticket. Each year in Canada, lightning strikes cause 2 to 3 deaths and about 180 injuries. Lightning can strike ahead of or well after a storm passes. 1/3 of injuries happen when people go back outside too soon. It's also critical to stay inside for at least 30 minutes after the last rumble of thunder. Lightning injuries can cause permanent damage, from nerve damage to brain injury and cardiac arrest. The safest move is simple. When thunder roars, go indoors.
Spot a cool cloud or some wonderful wildlife? Use hashtag #ShareYourWeather to submit photos and videos with us on social media.
I cannot describe how strong these winds are.
To provide feedback on our regional audio description weather reports or to report any barriers to enjoying our services, email us at accessibility@pelmorex.com.
100 years. It's a story written by Canadians. And at the 100 Years in Canada event, we're honoring our deep roots with employee pricing on most Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models. You pay what we pay with up to $7,750 in total incentives on the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And you can also get employee pricing on the trail-rated and tech-savvy Jeep Compass. Because for 100 years,
Big news on the Phoenix Suns in the next 3 minutes with this pick that they are on the clock for.
Move that time by the bad apple, and down goes McWayne. Cheap shot. And
every charge and every aspect of this case and how it all really ties together. Essentially, some.
Introducing Old Navy Active.
Drastically cut your monthly payments. At Credible, you get personalized rates from multiple lenders. Visit credible.com now to see your new monthly student loan payment.
All right, welcome to Open Mic Night at Bob's Burgers. First of many.
That time. June is called Nibnikus. This means buds growing.
100 years. It's a story written by Canadians. And at the 100 Years in Canada event, we're honoring our deep roots with employee pricing on most Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models. You pay what we pay with up to $8,500 in total incentives for the 2025 Jeep Wrangler. And you can also get employee pricing on the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee, Canada's most awarded SUV ever. Because for 100 years, you didn't just ride along, you drove.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area.
7-centimeter advantage in wheelbase, meaning its front and rear axles are positioned 5 inches further away from each other than the
Weather at any time? Search for the Weather Network in your TV app store and access your weather today.
Concussions can have an ability on, can impact your mobility. Well,
they don't expire. You know what else doesn't expire? What? My ability to raise your rent.
Salut, Sonny.
Mais là, je compte sur toi.
Man, thanks for the swell engagement dinner.
Well, look.
Of Odenak.
these machines in nearly new condition with plenty of remaining warranty. And
night. I go to bed early.
And I party all night.
All your things back, cussing out my name, yeah, just to go and take back.
In the status quo in the skies over Iran. I mean, if they
joined several French players already selected in the 2025.
Take care, Kristen Cage. Cheap shot again. Cheap shot.
Vision TV.
For Canadian airline passengers, what can be done to improve service and reduce airfares? Last week,